Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today on this wonderful Thursday. We are already gearing up for the Premier League weekend, and I know there's not a lot of games on this Premier League weekend, but we get the early kickoff, even though, there's only 2 games on Saturday, but we still get the early kickoff. Anyway, I'm not even going to complain about that because Chelsea are already in the trenches beyond the belief and we are suffering as a consequence. And the preview for Chelsea versus Fulham will be up tomorrow. So make sure you guys are here for that. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure you've hit the notification bell in order to be notified that I have uploaded. And we'll see what needs to be said. I'll give you a forewarning. It's not going to be nice. But we'll hear what Poch has to say in the press conference tomorrow. We'll hear what all the reactions going to be. We will give you the preview and then we'll get into it. So make sure you're there for that. Much appreciated. But for today, double upload. We go back to the latest. What's happening? Chelsea and beyond. With Chelsea, it's a bit difficult to even try and focus on anything so cemented. Why? Because right now, look, we don't know where we're going. We actually don't know where we're going. As a football club, as a team, with the manager, with the players, we don't know where we're going. So it's hard to try and focus on one thing and analyse it in terms of how we can move forward when right now everything is so up in the air that we don't know what's happening. So I'll limit it to, obviously, what pops up in the news, but things that are not going to have a direct correlation on us right now, because there's only one thing that we have to talk about right now when it comes to Chelsea, and that is just the terrible results that we pick up, the horrible way we're playing, everything at the club, the recruitment, the board, the owners, the gaffer, the players, everything, right? So obviously the focus is going to be on that as we build up to Fulham and we see how Saturday goes and then we'll take it from there. So in the meantime, I'll give you my thoughts on the little stories that are popping along, and there is one rumour that we are going to focus on. But before we start with all of that, aside from football as a sport, but we're going to focus on someone who is a part of the football world, and right now, unfortunately, we've got sad news. So here's the latest on ex-England manager Sven Eriksson. So Sven Eriksson has revealed that he has been diagnosed with terminal cancer. He has admitted he fears he only has 1 year left to live. Sending our thoughts and prayers to you and your family, Sven. There is a clip. I'm not going to show it, obviously, but there is a clip of Sven talking in the aftermath of this news, and he doesn't look bad, but you can tell that he's a little bit ill. And now, unfortunately, it's looking like it's terminal and he's not got long. So I just want to take a little portion of the video and say thoughts are with Sven. And obviously, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I hope that he can somehow make a recovery, stay positive, and keep fighting. And best wishes to Sven, his family, his close friends, and I can't really say more. Sven, look, let's be real. On a footballing level, wasn't the best manager in the world. But I remember times for England under Sven, and they were interesting, to say the least, for good and for bad, right? So I remember that, and I have fond memories. And look, I wish him the best, because I know that he is a really genuine and nice person, and always has been, and has always portrayed himself as a very calm and wise head. And since when he was manager, he wasn't the sort to go crazy, but he was always someone to just be very cool, too cool, you could argue. So Sven, best wishes and good luck going forward. Good luck, and that's it. So let me know your thoughts on Sven. Let's move to Chelsea. I mentioned this briefly on the last watch along. And let's get into it. Here's the latest on Dybala. Despite rumours about Chelsea, I see Paulo Dybala staying at Roma as things stands. I have no updates. There's nothing happening as of now. That's from Fabrizio. Listen, I said on the watch along, and I'll reiterate. I would take Dybala any day of the week if he wasn't so injured. Right? Look, we got injury-prone players. Yeah, we've got injuries. We got all sorts that happen with our players, right? But Dybala is another level. I'll give you proof. How many times this season for Roma has he played and then immediately after he's injured? He can't play 90 minutes. He plays, one half, he plays 70 minutes, 75, he's got to come off. And the one time that he does decide to go to 90, all of a sudden he's injured again. So he is very, very, very injury prone. If you had to look at the word injury prone, or the phrase injury prone in a dictionary, you'd have Dybala's face there. Like, that's how injury prone he is. Proof is in the pudding. Roma got knocked out by Lazio in the Coppa Italia quarterfinal, right? Mourinho had to take Dybala off at halftime. No, not at halftime, sorry. Just as the second half started, Dybala had to come off. Why? Because he's injured again. Immediately after, 3 minutes later, penalties given to Lazio and they go 1-0 up. Dybala is such a good player, and I would have him absolutely, but he wouldn't play. And you know what's crazy? The release clause that he has is very cheap, but even at such a cheap release clause, this is why you're not really hearing of teams going in to trigger it. 12 million euros, if I'm not mistaken, to trigger Dybala's release clause. That's peanuts for a player like Dybala. I would absolutely have him if he would last one game. He can't. He's broken beyond belief. So, look, for this one instance, I would have to kill this rumour off and say thanks, but no thanks. Respectfully, such a good player, such a shame that he gets injuries more times than he gets minutes. It's ridiculous. So that's the latest on Dybala. They're going to kill that rumour off very, very swiftly, basically. So there we are. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. We've got someone who's disappeared, right? And now we're hearing a link and he's popped up out of nowhere. Brilliant. We finally found him. This guy. Napoli could make a move for Chelsea's French defender Malanga, 24, as they look to bring in a centre-back in January. That's from La Repubblica in Italy. Listen, we've not seen Malanga. This guy has fallen off the face of the earth. I don't know where he's gone. Yeah, he's still a Chelsea player, which is crazy. But where is he? Is he at home? Is he in exile? Is he in North Korea? I don't know. Where is he? No one knows. But listen, we got to try and figure out a move for Malanga, get him off the books. And because respectfully, even though he's in the Chelsea roster, if you want to say that, he's not even in the Chelsea squad. I can't say he's in the squad. He's not in the squad. But he's part of the club. He's not there. We might as well get rid. You know, simple as that. So Napoli are interested. I never thought they would be, but I would absolutely entertain this move and what they have to say. 100%, especially considering they got Victor Osimhen. I would throw Malanga at Napoli, not a problem. And you know what? I think it would be good for Malanga. Malanga, I think, would find his feet much better in Serie A than he would in the Premier League, especially at Chelsea. So I would absolutely entertain that. Would you? Let me know down below. Much appreciated. So there's that. Now, good news coming out of the Chelsea women's team. I didn't expect this, I'll be honest, but we've got this. So here it is. Sam Kerr has extended her contract at Chelsea FC Women into at least 2025. There is believed to be a further option to extend. Brilliant. She has a current ACL. She's torn her ACL, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's an ACL. But she's out for the rest of the season. And her contract's coming to an end. So there was talk that maybe she just leaves and it's done, especially considering Emma Hayes is leaving Chelsea at the end of the season to co-manage the United States. She's extended her contract. So I'm very, very happy because she's such a top striker. She's such a good striker. I'd have her in the men's team, you know? And I'm not for men and women mixing teams, right? But on this exception, 100%, because she knows where the net is. Simple as that. She knows how to score goals. So, Sam Kerr, absolutely brilliant player, and she's sticking around, so I'm very, very happy for that. Extended her contract, good to hear, good to see. Congrats to Sam Kerr and the Chelsea women's team. So there's that. Now, news elsewhere, kicking off. Two bits of information that we do have. Let's start off with what's going on at Bayern Munich. Exclusive news. Eric Dier. Done deal. He will join FC Bayern. He has already arrived in Munich now. Agreement between the clubs and the medical is taking place today. There is a video of him coming out of the van at Munich where he's got picked up and he is about to be unveiled as a new Bayern Munich player. I have said in the past, I'm not so sure this is what Thomas Tuchel wanted. He wasn't very happy when he was asked about it. He said, go and speak to the sporting director, not me, basically. So I'm not so sure if he wanted this move in the first place. There's a lot of people criticising this move, saying that it's not really what Bayern Munich need. We'll see what Eric Dier does. He's fallen off at Tottenham, that's for sure. So can he bring levels to Bayern Munich? Unsure. So there's that. Let's see what goes down. Personally, I don't think he'll do too badly, but I don't feel like he'll light the place up. I don't. Is Eric Dier the sort of player Bayern Munich need? He won't be bad for them, but I feel like they've just made a move for a player that's basically not really going to bring them anything or lose them anything. You know, it's just average. I want to understand how much this is being done for. If this is a really cheap fee, then fair enough. If this is like 3 million, fair enough. In that case, you might as well take a punt, you know, especially in the January transfer window. Cool. But Bayern Munich, their levels should be able to get more done, should be able to get better. Anyway, that's them. That's Eric Dier. Let me know your thoughts. And do you think that he will do well out there? Let's see. Much appreciated. Now, the last bit of news is coming from a little close to home, personally. And funnily enough, this club's only like, 10-minute drive away from me? So it's literally around the corner. And is this club about to become a big club in the imminent future? Who? These lot. John Textor, who owns 45% of Crystal Palace, may put his stake up for sale. The London club have the foundations for a great takeover, including a Category 1 academy. We also spoke to, and this page here. And the full story is down below. Listen, it's up there now. John Textor is considering to sell 45% of Crystal Palace. He is the majority shareholder. There's 3 other minority shareholders, including Steve Parish, who I think has 10%. But he's got the big chunk, and he's willing to put it up for sale. If the majority shareholder becomes this massive billionaire, right, who wants to take a club like Crystal Palace and take them to the next level, are Crystal Palace going to be the next club in line that evolve into the bracket of big money clubs in the Premier League? Are Crystal Palace heading in that direction? They might. And let me tell you, Crystal Palace have the foundations, 100% they do. There needs to be work on the stadium. There was already talk that they were looking to expand and build on the stands that are currently at Selhurst Park, and the space is there. Let me tell you that. There is space. I've seen it firsthand. There is space to work on. They've got a lot of room around where the stands are, and they can easily just expand out. I think they've got a Sainsbury's, and they can try and move that, but they've got room, so they can have that in order to build. They do have absolutely a top academy. If you look at their facilities and the way that they do run their academy, it is one of the best. It is top tier. And they've got all the resources that are already in place for their academy. They do have talent that comes out of the Crystal Palace Academy. It's one of the most renowned academies in the country. So there's that. It's got all the basics that they need. Now it's about taking them to the next level. Can that be done if they get a big money majority shareholder to come in and take 45%? It's definitely possible. But what do you think? Let me know. I reckon it could be. I don't think it'll be sudden. I don't think in the next 2 years you're going to see Palace in the title race. No. But in the same way that Newcastle got taken over and now they got a strategy and they've got access to funds and they've got all of that, is how Crystal Palace could do that same thing and have room to develop and grow. And I reckon down the line, who knows? It's a possibility. So let me know your thoughts down below in relation to that. I'll end video 1 here. Obviously, there will be another one later on, so make sure you guys are glued. Much appreciated. And I will give you all of my thoughts from now up until later and all the stories that pop out. So make sure you're there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Much appreciated. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you later on for video number 2. And don't forget, tomorrow, preview for Chelsea versus Fulham, as we get back to all the Chelsea madness and we see how it's going to go down for Saturday. So make sure you're there for that tomorrow as well. But I'll see you later on this evening. Have a good one, people. See you then. Take care and peace.